Hey everyone, it's Sensei Victoria Whitfield from naturalintuition.com, welcoming you back to episode 32 of the Journeypreneur Podcast, your source for channeled holistic stress management techniques, guidance, inspiration, and motivation on your path to rapid financial ascension and massive impact as a conscious entrepreneur. The title of this podcast episode is Basic Law of Attraction. So I am now on my way to make a deposit at the bank after a wonderful day at work today, and I was just tuning in to see what do you guys need to know. And something that came up today that was really powerful is a technique that I'm so used to doing that to the average person it may seem a little bit odd. But it is actually something that I learned to practice consciously, and it's actually brought me a lot of wealth, a lot of wonderful relationships. It's actually healed my own self-image. This is a very, very, very simple law of attraction technique. And in a word, it's called celebration. Celebration. So one of my clients today, I had a few. One of my clients, in her private session, we were talking about the exact process of manifesting that I follow. And one of the things that's really key in manifesting is being able to share your vision. And she was talking about, we were channeling and brainstorming and creative problem solving around who she could share her vision with. And she made this point that some of the women in her circle she felt were more competitive, where if you were to share an idea with them, they would want to one-up you, or they would kind of come at it with this sense of stress or frustration, or want to win or do better than you. And she doesn't feel safe sharing with those types of people. And she specifically said, I always loved being someone who can have vicarious joy for others. She's like, this is something that comes naturally to me. And that really hit home, because it got me thinking about you, of how do we, as entrepreneurs on that path to rapid financial ascension, serving the people that we're divinely contracted to, how are we creating this paradigm of non-competition? How are we creating positive business and positive service and positive psychology for ourselves and all the people that we serve? And for me, I had a breakthrough many years ago, a mindset breakthrough, thanks to my mentor, one of my former mentors, Fabian Fredrickson. She talked about the power of celebration as a basic technique for the law of attraction. Now, I assume nothing. So when I say law of attraction, what I want you to know is that this is a philosophy behind a worldview. So this philosophy behind a certain kind of worldview, which is a pronoia based worldview, meaning expecting good things and that you have a sense of agency or control, or you have the ability to create your life. That's the worldview. But the philosophy behind that, one of those philosophies that supports that worldview, is the law of attraction, which states similar things resonate, they have energy, things that are like unto one another resonate and are attracted, which is kind of interesting, because in science it's usually opposites attract, right? If you put the sides of a magnet together, if they're opposite, they unite, but if they're similar, they tend to repel one another. But I cannot tell you how many times I've seen in my own life, over and over and over again, that this concept of like attracts like likes. Like, that which is similar unto itself tends to favor itself, right? You enjoy other people who have similar interests to you, or animals that are of a similar species are able to reproduce, right? Or trees that have certain plants that can feed off of them, they tend to coexist and work together. Or when you get to people who agree about something, there's a third mind that is created, and Napoleon Hill calls that the mastermind. This concept of the law of attraction is so powerful. So knowing how to tweak your own behavior with that consciousness of the law of attraction can really help you attract more of what you want. This is also a philosophy to explain why crappy stuff keeps happening, or you keep repeating the same mistakes or the same frustrations over and over and over again. It's because maybe you're focusing on the parts that you don't want rather than focusing on the parts that you do want. So for example, when she and I were talking, getting back to my client who I saw earlier today, we had to get super clear on what she wanted more of. What did she want more of, right? If we're trying to attract more of something, we need to know what is the thing that we are trying to attract. And what she wanted more of is the ability to be generous, the ability to celebrate and inspire and motivate others. She wants more opportunities to speak, right? To get out and share her message, and to network. And she's a natural connector of others. She wanted more of that. So here's the thing. Law of attraction states you got to find the similar, that which is similar. And the more that you're around other people, therefore, who are similar to that, such as other people who are natural connectors, who are generous, who love to celebrate others, who love motivating and inspiring others, the more you become magnetic, the more attractive you become, and they become as an extension as well. So with that, one way to start on that path, because that was like a ton of theory, okay? Let's keep this simple. Celebration. Celebrating others attracts more people who want to celebrate you. Celebrating life attracts more people who want to celebrate with you. Celebrating yourself attracts more people who are capable of celebrating you too. So this is about appreciation. And in fact, for those of you who are a little bit more, you could say spiritual, you could say superstitious, whatever you want to call it, celebrating yourself also attracts the attention of the universe. Right? So I had something really wonderful happen today. I had a financial windfall, and I celebrated it immediately. I screamed for joy. I clapped my hands. I hugged someone. I anchored this experience of receiving a windfall of abundance, right? Unexpected windfall of abundance. I celebrated it openly. I didn't hide. I didn't cower. I didn't freak out. It was, a few $1,000s. So that's wonderful. But I have in the past, before I understood the power of celebration, in the past I would have gotten really quiet and like, ooh, let me keep this to myself, and oh my gosh, I feel a little bit embarrassed, like how could I get this much money or something like that. In the past I would have had this kind of odd shame around receiving what I have been asking for, essentially. Does this sound familiar? Perhaps it does for you. By the way, let me know in the comments below if you're watching this as a live stream on Facebook or the recording on Facebook, or go ahead to naturalintuition.com, hit that contact button, if you have trouble receiving compliments, receiving money, receiving what you've asked for too, like this is a learned skill. So I made it a point to, in earnest, just allow myself to be exuberant and happy, rather than ashamed or scared or turned down when I'm receiving what I've been asking for, things that have been on my vision board. And what I've seen over and over and over again is that the more that I get to celebrate that and feel into it, authentically, like have all of my emotion, my passion, my fervor for receiving what I desire, like magic, more of the same keeps happening. This is basic law of attraction in action. So when I have clients of mine who have wonderful financial windfalls, or they're able to sign on a great client, like a big account, I celebrate the heck out of them. I don't get jealous. Jealousy is a waste of energy because it actually, if you're, again, looking at it from the perspective of the law of attraction, if you're getting jealous, that means what you are resonating with, what you are feeling, is that you don't have access to the thing, and that's making you annoyed or envious or scheming or kind of compressed in feeling. Whereas if someone has something wonderful happen, like getting married or graduating, or really being acknowledged for the work that they do in the community, or receiving an award, right, or landing a new client or whatever, right, or paying off a bill, if you're capable of celebrating with them joyfully, vicariously, authentically, just being genuinely happy for them and happy that good things are happening in the world somewhere for somebody, that actually positions you to receive that or something better for yourself as well. So be kind to yourself if you've had a bit of a hard time around celebration. In Reiki, I always say this, in Reiki we say, just for today, commit to celebrating things that are going well for you, celebrating things that are going well for people that are around you, right? Celebrating things that you see that you want more of in your life. Celebrate that's happening to someone somewhere, because the more that you're in alignment with celebration, the more open you are to receive that for yourself. So I'm curious, what does that bring up for you? Are you at a point where you're like, I'm not used to celebrating, and I'm actually pretty mad about what's going on with people around me? If that's the case, go ahead, go to naturalintuition.com, click on the contact button, let's hop on the phone and talk about it. I would love to help get you back into alignment and support you and turning on the law of attraction in your favor, so that you can take your life and business to the next level. So that's it for this episode. Thank you so much for tuning in wherever you are tuning in to this episode. Make sure you give this a like and hit that share button. Maybe there's somebody who's been a little bit jealous or frustrated and wondering why they're not receiving more of what they've been asking for, praying for, right? Writing their goal cards and creating their vision boards for. Maybe this could encourage them on their way to start celebrating more, and not fake celebration. Let me just say this before I sign off. This is not, fake it till you make it. Yeah, I have $1 million. Yay! And all of that crap. How does that feel? That feels like crap on the inside. It feels like a performance. But instead, if you can say, that's awesome. Right? I'm so happy for them. I'm so happy to see that good things are happening to good people in the world, and you can feel that sense of satisfaction and joy. You'll develop it more over time once you get used to celebrating others, and then also getting used to celebrating yourself. I'm like, wow, I can't believe this happened. I'm so happy, right? I really did good work today, or I'm really grateful for my life, or I'm really grateful for my clients and just these amazing people that I get to serve each day. This is amazing, right? When it takes time. I wasn't always able to celebrate myself so openly, like at all to myself, let alone on camera or on a live stream or on a podcast with people listening all over the world. No. This is something that takes time, but it's worth it. Let me tell you, it is absolutely worth it, because the more you learn to celebrate yourself and others and life, the more you learn to celebrate, the more you have to celebrate. Does that make sense? Do you got it? Alrighty, I'm excited. Type some celebrations in, by the way. Go ahead, naturalintuition.com, hit the contact button. Even if you just want someone to celebrate too, I'm really good at receiving celebrations. I love it. I love hearing them. All right, I'm sending you so much love. Thank you so much for tuning in and for all your support of the work that we do here at naturalintuition.com and at the dojo. Thank you so much for all of your love and support. And please make sure you enjoy the journey. Do not lose your glow as you grow in life and business. Mwah! See you in the next one. Bye for now.